participants and to the moderators of the conference. I, Kumari Rashmi, research scholar at Department of Management Studies, Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur, India, is presenting a presentation on the topic assessing work-life balance of Indian nursing professionals during COVID-19 crisis. Work-life balance is basically a holistic concept that focuses on integrating the work and other life activities of an individual. It is a distinctive term for each individual as every person assesses their current life priorities, values, and aspirations in different way. The term work-life balance was used for the first time in the year 1986 in United Nations in response to the growing participation of women in the workforce and their inability to juggle multiple roles in life. More recently, the researchers have emphasized that work-life balance has gained significant importance not only among working class but also among business organizations, dual-earner couple, single parents, and working women. The current COVID-19 pandemic has posed a set of new challenges and problems for Indian nursing professionals to perform their duty and provide quality care to patients who are already finding it difficult to manage their work-life issues. Among the Indian nursing professionals constitute around 59% of the global Indian healthcare workforce. The inability to balance work and non-work demands not only affect them to underperform in many areas, but also causes job dissatisfaction, emotional exhaustion, and stress. Work-life balance is required to remain satisfied with job and life and also to remain physically and mentally healthy. It's been more than a year since the explosion of COVID-19 pandemic, and this disease in India is spreading at a faster pace and is more threatening as it is exploding at an exponential rate in the form of second wave. The main purpose of this empirical research is to test a theory-based model to explain if supervisor support and family support, the two most important support sources which could help nursing professionals to attain work-life balance during COVID-19 pandemic. We build our rationale and our model using the theory of conservation of resources, which states that individuals attempt to utilize and conserve resources that supports them in the attainment of things that are highly valuable for them. Supervisor support and family support are indeed the most important resources that can facilitate the individuals and especially the nursing professionals in such a precedented scenario to attain things that are highly valuable, such as balance in work and other aspects of life. So based on these, there are two propositions which we have proposed. The first one is that there exists a positive association between supervisor support and work-life balance. And the second one is there exists a positive association between family support and work-life balance. If I talk about supervisor supports represent the perception of the employees of how often their supervisor communicate and a sense of appreciation for their commitment and concern for their well-being. How much are the supervisors supportive towards their employees in uncertain situation? Why family support in a collectivist society like India holds very much importance, because family support provides both instrumental and the emotional support that especially the nursing professionals need in the time of COVID-19 pandemic. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has affected the level of job satisfaction among the frontline nurses owing to high level of fear, anxiety, conflict, depression, and burnout. We believe that the attainment of balance in work and other areas of life would be beneficial for women nursing professionals and other nurses to accomplish job satisfaction, as this type of research studies has received limited empirical value in the Indian context. And based on this, we presume that there exists a positive association between work-life balance and job satisfaction. In the research field of work-life interference, empirical studies relating to the nurses, especially, and to the work-family conflict and work-family enrichment has been established in the past that have examined the linkages between the predictors and employee consequences. Work-life balance as a mediator variable is by so far an untouched area that need attention, and therefore we again hypothesize that in the association between supervisor support and job satisfaction, work life balance would be mediating, and in the association between family support and job satisfaction, work life balance would act as a mediator. Coming to sample and procedure, the research study which we have conducted is a cross-sectional research design, and we have used structural equation modeling for analyzing the data based on SMART PLS 3.3. Frontline nursing professionals working in private hospitals in 5 cities in India were targeted using purposive sampling. Online questionnaire was communicated to 420 nursing professionals, and a final set of 263 were included for the main analysis. The scale items of this questionnaire were adapted from the literature studies in the area of work-life balance after uh, studying the literature reviews of the prominent papers of the researchers. This is our output results coming to the evaluation of the measurement model. In the measurement model, we have assessed the internal consistency, convergent validity, and the discriminant validity. As seen in the table, the alpha and Cronbach alpha values are above 0.70, which demonstrates a satisfactory internal consistency and reliability of the constructs as recommended by Hire et al. 2016. While if we talk about the average variance extracted, the average variance extracted depicts the amount of variance which is accounted by the latent constructs, which should be above the cutoff value of 0.5 as recommended by Chin 2010. Next, we also have assessed the discriminant validity of the constructs, namely family support, job satisfaction, supervisor support, and the work-life balance. Discriminant validity is assessed by examining that the measures of one construct are truly dissimilar from the other construct. It has been evaluated through foreign and Likert criteria. In the foreign and Likert criteria, discriminant validity exists if the square root of AVEs of every construct surpasses the value of its bivariate correlation. Next, the hypothesis testing of the research model, which is structural equation modeling. In this, as stated, we can see in the table that our hypothesis was supported for H1, H2, and H3, and the also for our indirect effect, which is whether work-life balance act as a mediator between supervisor support and job satisfaction, and also for family support and job satisfaction. So here we have tested both the direct paths and the indirect paths. We have also calculated the variance accounted for, which indicates whether our mediation is partial or full mediation. In our research study, the mediation effect was partial, since the value of the mediation effect ranges between 0.2. So when it is less than 0.3, it is the partial mediation effect. Then coming to the model fit. Our framed model of the research study is valid, and as per Bentler and Bonnet, when NFI values are close to 1, the model is considered better, and in our case the NFI value is 0.8 to 5, and therefore our model is considered as fit. The SRMR value is also 0.051, which should be below the cutoff value of 0.08. Coming to the discussion section, the research study investigated the way in which the supervisor support and family support could be related to work-life balance of nursing professionals, work-life balance relationship with job satisfaction, and the mediating effect of work-life balance between supervisor and family support, and whether it was a mediating variable during the turbulent time of COVID-19 pandemic or not. The results showed that increased amount of both kind of support has greater effect on the nurses professionals work-life balance, which in turn affected their job satisfaction. These findings are in line with the preliminary empirical evidences of Kumar and Mukakshi 2020, and in our research study, work-life balance partially mediated the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. The empirical study illustrates that the assistance from supervisor and family could contribute towards accomplishing balance between work and other aspects of life, such as leisure, friendship, uh, personal hobbies of an individual, personal time apart from family, and through such kind of balance, dissatisfaction at work experienced by the nurses professionals could be reduced, and such kind of association even hold during COVID-19 pandemic. Limitation and the future research scope. The data for this research study was confined only to private hospitals accredited to NABH in India, and the research results may not produce the conclusive results and may require further analysis, such as by including the public and private hospitals, and more reliable and useful findings could be obtained from larger sample size to generalize the results. The future researchers could analyze more variables, such as the role of co-worker support, the role of work-life balance policies, accounting for work-life balance of nursing professionals. And these are the references which we have used in our research study.